Hi guys, so I have another process video for you today, and again I'm following a challenge. So this is my clipboard with all the challenges that have been released at this moment, and I've only completed 3, and it's Sunday 3 o'clock, so I don't know, we'll see how many I can get done. So I'm going to be doing I'm on the Edge of Glory now, because I'm prioritizing the ones that will make me think, or what I don't normally do. Like, for example, Fly Me to the Moon. Okay, that I was just in the mood to do that. But 50 Shades of Fog. I never do monochromatic layouts. Or this one was really interesting. So that I don't normally do too much of either. Now, Are You Afraid of the Dark? I think I will try to do for sure. And then I'll work randomly from there on. But anyway, so I'm on the Edge of Glory, and I'll read you what the challenge is specifically. But if you want to participate, you can go to the Paper Issues Facebook group and join. And the challenges are open until November 18th. So got plenty of time to make at least one layout. So I'm just going to read you the challenge now. Utilize those edges because that's all you get with this challenge. Use only 4 inches of space on the edge of your page for this one. There must be at least 8 inches of unembellished space on your project, left, right, top, or bottom. So I think I will be doing this side of the page because, I don't know, that's what I think will be easiest for me, and we'll see how this is going to go. So I know that I want to use a busy background for my layout, like a pattern paper, because a lot of the pattern paper is going to be, a lot of the layout is going to be blank. So I don't want it to be too boring, which is why I'm going to bring in that busy pattern. So I'm going through all of my 12 by 12 paper pads, and by all I mean like 2. And just picking out some patterns that I think that could work as a background for me. I haven't even gone through any photos or stuff like that. I'm just picking out the ones I like and the ones that I see as a background paper. So this is a paper pad from Die Cuts with a View, and it's the Stack 8, and it's 180 sheets with 60 different patterns, so there's 3 of each sheet. And now I'm just laying all of them out so I can see my options while I go through my photos. And I'm just putting photos that might match over to the side, or photos that might match, or photos that I want to scrap, like I'm in the mood to scrap at the moment. And for some reason my photos got stuck together. I don't know what happened there, but yeah. So as you can see, I have tons of photos that I have to get scrapped. So I picked out there's about 10 photos there, but most of them I would scrap altogether. So I narrowed those down to these 2 pictures. So the one has the blue colors and then the other has pinkish colors. So I'm just separating out those papers. So I removed the ones that I know won't match at all, and then I separated them into 2 piles. And yeah, I just really wanted to scrapbook this picture here because I thought it was a fun story and a fun picture. And I just picked that, and I picked that blue floral paper because it's very similar to the color of my shirt. And then this strip here is what's left over from an A3 strip of paper. So I have this sketchbook of A3 paper that I cut 12 by 12s from, so each sheet I can get one 12 by 12 out, and then that little piece there. So I'm trimming it down to 4 inches because the challenge says there has to be 4 inches covered only. And I really like how it looks like a notebook on the side. So yeah, I trimmed down my photo so it would fit onto that white strip. And then there's a little bee on my shirt there, which is what the arrow is pointing at, and it's the whole point of the story, which I'll get to in a bit when I do my journaling. So yeah, I'm trimming down the photo as much as possible because I want space for papers and embellishments, because I'm going to make that part of the of the layout very busy, since there's not going to be zero stuff on all of the other parts of the page. So I just got that piece, that's a ledger paper from the 6x6 paper pad from the Amy Tangerine Stitched collection. And then I just want to find some glue, because all of my glue is starting to run out. See how much I'm struggling to get some out of that bottle. So yeah, I'm going to glue down that piece of white paper. And I'm trying to, so then I realized it should really be on the edge completely, but I didn't like that, so I'm just sticking it, I'm leaving a little border of the blue on the side, because it's also that notebook thing on the side, so it looked weird if nothing was peeking out of it. So yeah, and then here I wanted to use some of that awesome camera paper, so that is from the Amy Tangerine Stitch collection as well. I think I don't end up using it. No, I do actually, yeah. So as I said, I added a little wood veneer to the photo just to point out that bee, because that's the whole point of the story. And then here I got out the Atwell collection. I do not know why, but yeah. And then these are some die cuts from the Notes and Things value kit from Becky Higgins Project Life, and I thought it would be cool to layer a bunch of these together, so I'm picking out all of the circles, and that just looks awful. That will not stay like that. So I thought I would layer a couple of circles on top and at the bottom, but I don't like that at all, so I go back to my paper, and then I'm trying again with the circles, and then I'm just picking out pieces that I might use at some point during the layout. So yeah, there's that piece that says Happy Moments, and I added that little camera paper from the Stitch collection, and this is just a folder with scraps from 4 6x6 paper pads. So some are from Die-Cuts with a View, and there's one from American Crafts, but I didn't use any of that, so I won't tell you which one they are. So anyway, I have a couple of these floral paper pads that I've got at a store here in Cyprus. And yes, I just cut a bit out of that floral because it had some of that nice pink, and I don't know, it just looked nice. And then I'm also gonna cut this strip of the scrap piece of that sort of yellowish chevron, and that is from the Amy Tangerine collection as well. So now I decided I'm just going to glue that down, because I'm going to start adding more and more embellishments, and then it will be really hard to glue everything down in the exact spot that I had it. And this glue that is on the verge is running out. It has run out now, but it was still usable for the layout. Is a Yoo-Hoo Twist and Glue. And I also added to the bottom cluster, I added a bit of that sort of blue triangle chevron-y arrow. I don't know what that pattern is. And that is from the Amy Tangerine Stitch collection as well. And I think I'm going to add a piece at the top as well. Yes, I do. And at this point, this layout looks a bit weird. Now that I see it on camera, but it will get better. So I do have that little gold element at the bottom, so I want to bring one of these die cut pieces in at the top. So I added that circle at the bottom, so I want to have the same elements at the top as well. So I added a sort of rectangular shape with another circle at the top. And then here there's this camera from the Serendipity collection by Dear Lizzie that I have been hoarding and haven't managed to use in a layout yet. So I'm just going to glue it down onto this one, and I'm going to overlap it on the photo. And there's a hole in it because I tried using it on a layout with a brad, but I'm just ignoring that fact because I don't really mind it. And I'm moving on. So I'm committing to those things at the top there, and then I'm trying to see if I want to incorporate this paper clip, but it's just not working. I love the color of it, but I don't know, just didn't really go. And I'm sorry, the layout is slightly out of frame at the top, but yeah. And then here I wanted to add some dimensional things, so I'm getting all of my flare out. When I say all of my flare, I only have the Atwell flare and just some awesome flare pieces that Laura Rumble sent me. So this is a picture of myself, so I am going to use that Me flare button, and it has the blues again from the Atwell collection at the bottom there. And I also added a wood veneer camera. And then I keep adding embellishments, so I pulled out these buttons because, I don't know, they look cool. So I added one to the bottom and one to the top, and I also added a little wood veneer star to the top cluster as well. So see, this glue isn't working either. So that glue is a Scotch dual applicator glue, and I'm literally just using whatever I have on hand because all of my glues are running out. So yeah, and I also stuck down that flare badge and the wood veneer. So yeah, and then here I decided it's time to add my title, so I'm just going to spell out the word help. And this is where I'm going to explain the photo. So I am going to add a question mark as well. So we were at my swim club sort of, what is it called? Like award ceremony thingy. So I'm going to do my journaling here now. And our and where that was held was at a restaurant on the beach. So we went down to the beach with my swim mates, my teammates, and we were taking photos. Sorry for my head there. And then all of a sudden, this bee came and landed on my shirt, and I couldn't really see where it was. And everybody was yelling that I have a bee on me, and I don't really mind. I mean, I don't mind insects, but I couldn't really move. And they all just ran away, and some of them, they started taking some pictures, and then because I knew I would want to scrapbook this, I did tell them to take a couple of pictures. But yeah, so instead of like someone getting a sweater and like brushing it off, they just all started screaming and running away. And yeah, and I was like laughing there. I was hysterically laughing while trying to keep still. So yeah, it's a really weird photo of me. Anyway, so then I also added some sequins. And I did use a black gel pen for my journaling. It is, what is it? Yeah, it's a black gel pen from the Atwell collection by Fancy Pants, and I love that pen. It's one of my favorite pens. And I'm just holding it up to see how I like it. And I put it more out of frame here. Again, I'm sorry. And I just added like maybe one enamel dot to one of the clusters. I don't even think I added one to both of them. And then I had these hearts, and I just stuck one at the bottom that doesn't really match there, but anyway. So here is the off the edge, I think is what it's called. I'm on the edge of glory. So I really like it. I mean, I like this part. And because I chose a background paper so it wouldn't be too blah, there would be something going on. That's why I chose a pattern paper. And I really like how the cluster looks here. It is a bit weird for me to leave so much space here, but I really like the layout. So I'll just have to get used to it. Anyway, so I'm just going to show you this part close up because there's nothing on the other part. So there we go. So again, to find all of these challenges and participate, just check out the Paper Issues Facebook group. You can also follow me on Instagram and on my blog. I'll leave the links in the description below. So thanks for watching and see you next time.